Alright, YouTube, as you might have guessed, I received my package. And this is what I got. So we're going to take a look at everything. Then I'll unpackage the AT Gold and put it together on camera for you guys so you can see how easy it goes together. So let's start off. We got the Garrett Finds bag. Really nice bag. Now I'm a bigger guy. I wear 48 pants around the waist, so the rest of you got bigger guys. Let me tell you this. This comes, or you can buy this with a 20-inch belt extender. That's what this is right here. And this is way too big for me now, so I have to adjust it smaller. So bigger guys, don't worry about, you know, not being able to find a finds bag. Then I'm going to hang all my tools right off of this belt, so I don't have to worry about, you know, putting it through my jean belt or anything like that. So also, it's a very nice bag. Heavy canvas, strong material. It's got a big pouch, and that's really good for me because I like to carry those day-to-day pill plastic containers that have 7 different compartments, one for each day, so you can put your pills in. Well, I like to put cotton balls in there to keep my finds separated. Nice big pocket, and it also has an inner pocket. You can keep smaller stuff in there. I'm going to keep some parts from my metal detector that I'll show you later. Also, I got myself a digger, Garrett's digger. Very nice shovel. I'm going to give it a shot. As you can see, it's got the serrated edges. Really nice for digging. Now this is what I have been using, and I really enjoy using it. So you may still see me use that occasionally. All it is a spade, a small garden shovel that you can get at most of your local hardware stores, garden center type things. It has a very sharp blade on this side, a serrated edge on this side. So, and also it's marked with the depth. You can see on it 4, 3, 2, 1. It gives you an idea of the depth gauge. Now I bought another small item that I use with the shovels, and I suggest everybody get one of these. They're called rare earth magnets. I bought one. I keep it on my shovel. I usually keep it up here on this one, and I'll be able to keep it on this nice flat part on the Garrett. And what I use it to do is remove any of the iron nails, any ferrous objects out of the hole when I'm looking for my targets. It's actually helps out a whole lot with the pinpointers. And I guess that will lead us into our next item. My Garrett Pro Pointer. This item is so much nicer than what I was using. I saw a video on the internet that you could have a pinpointer for right around $20. So I watched it, and you can buy this item for under $20. It is a Centec handheld metal detector. It is mainly used for wanding people in crowds and stuff like that. But there's problems with this. First of all, it came with a button up here that you had to hold in to use. So I resoldered a click button in that I just bought down at Radio Shack. Now, I'm going to show you, all I have here is a lead sinker. And when you're digging with it, using this pinpointer, now you can set the sensitivity so that you can get so far away from it, but it never tells you like you're getting closer, you're getting closer, you're getting closer, you're getting closer type deal. Unlike what the Garrett offers you. As I get closer, so it tells me I'm getting closer. Both, like I said, both of them had, I used that for a couple years and it worked pretty decently. Both of them had the LED light, which is really nice, but this one has an actual scraping edge on it, so you can scrape through the dirt as you're looking for the item, and also it's a lot more sturdy than what that is. Also, Garrett says in their manual and on their videos that you pretty much can just wash this off. They say, if you're washing it off for a long period of time, put your thumb over the speaker hole back here, but the whole thing can be submerged quickly and not damage it. So you can clean it off pretty good. This item, I had one before and it got wet in rain and it stopped working completely. It basically burned itself out. So I definitely suggest not using that unless you absolutely have to. The Garrett Pro Pointer is definitely the way to go on this. And the last item in my package was my AT Gold. And guys, like I showed you at the beginning of the video, remember, Garrett metal detectors are probably made in the United States. So I'm going to unpackage this. When I get it unpackaged, I'll be back and I'll show you how to put it together. It's pretty easy. Alright YouTube, thanks for coming back. And I'm going to just show you how to put together the AT Gold here. Reason I'm doing this is because I have a couple people in my life that I know have the ability to do things like this but are scared and afraid that they'll break things. So I just want to show anyone out there how easy this is to assemble. Now all I did was take the parts out of the box. I am sitting here on my table. I'm going to start with the main shaft. It's got these twist locks on the ends of it. Just loosen them up a little bit and then you'll be able to extend the shaft out some. Now it has those little lock things and the whole shaft, outside shaft, has holes all the way down. So it's just got those little push pins to lock in. I'm going to take this end and I'm going to mount it into the actual housing of the machine. I took the spin part of the lock off. I'm just going to push it up over these push pins. It's got the exact same push pins on this part. I'm just going to put it in. Alright, I'm just going to push the push pins in, slide it over, and make sure they lock in the first set of holes. And then I'm just going to bring this up, tighten it up a little bit, just for a snug fit. Okay. At this point in time, I'm going to add the coil. But before I add the coil, with your manual, they gave you these 4 parts. 2 rubber washers, a bolt, and a nut. The rubber washers have 3 holes on them around the outside, around the main hole. And they go in the end right here, there's 3 pegs. So this is actually the hardest part of the whole assembly, is lining these pegs up and pushing them in. Because remember guys, Garrett was made in the United States, so everything's a nice snug fit. Once again, just on the other side, flip the metal detector over. There we go. Then I'm going to take my 5x8 double D. Just going to put the shaft down in between the 2 leaves on the coil and line the hole up. Once you get the hole lined up, you just take the bolt, slide it straight through. Slide it from the side of the coil that does not have the wire. You don't want to bend your wire up too much. Take the nut on this side, thread it onto the bolt that you just pushed through. Just snug it down a little bit for right now. Like I said, this shaft extends. You have another one of those twist locks down here. I'm actually going to keep mine short for right now, and I'm actually going to turn it upside down because after this video I'm going to do my bench test. There we go. I'm going to take the wire, and they suggest from the shaft to go over it the first time with your twist. Now, the natural twist in the wire is going that way for me, so I am going to just continue to snugly up the shaft, keep it like this. Now, connecting it to the actual housing, you're going to have a little cap on the end here. So Garrett has protected all your pins in transit. Now this has connections on both sides. You're not going to be able to mess this up either, because the coil has 2 pins and 2 holes, where the headset side only has 1 pin and 1 hole. So you're not going to plug it in the wrong side. So all you do is line these up and push them in. Now you have an O-ring on this connection, so it's going to be snug pushing it in here once you get it lined up. The O-ring is because it's a waterproof model. Just make sure it looks like it's set, and then spin the connection tight. Now, if that hadn't spun that easily, you'd know the O-ring wasn't seated correctly, and it wouldn't have tightened down like that real easy for me. So I know that's set correctly. So that is the device in itself. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the headset that came with it. Garrett sends these headsets with them. The connection down here is waterproof, so you can still use your Garrett AT Gold submersed with this headset, but you cannot submerge the top part of the headset. So if you're going in a deeper place, you're going to have to look for a set of submergible waterproof headphones, and I may be looking into those later this summer, but for right now these are going to work perfectly for me. So once again, Garrett has protected the pins of the connection with these little plugs. This one hangs right on your wire. Don't break it off. That way you always have it on the headset. And they also protected this. Now make sure you don't lose this one, because when you're detecting without your headset, you're going to want to put this back in. This cap has an O-ring in it, so it'll keep this waterproof if you're working without your headset. So once again, one pin, one hole, so you won't get them mixed up. Just go ahead and line this up, and once again, it's got that O-ring in it, like I said. So it's going to be a little bit of a tight push, but once you get it where you think it's set, spin that on. Had no issue again. Snug it up with your fingers. Now, on the bottom, underneath your armrest, there's this little hook, and you can take your earphone wire right through there. That way it's all hooked up. And there you go, everybody. That's how easy it is. Another nice thing, the two plugs that you took out, they can screw together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in the small pouch of my fines bag. That way they're always with me. That way if I need to take my headset off so you can hear something, I have the plug to cover it, cover up my connection. And I can leave it off or put it back on, it doesn't matter. So right there, guys, there is the AT Gold. How to assemble it, that was pretty easy. I don't think anyone will have a problem with it. So like I said, I'm going to go do the bench test. The manual has a really good bench test in it, so go ahead and read through the manual. For those people that look at the manual and say, that's too thick for me to read, I know how to run a machine. Honestly, read the manual, but remember, it's only half as thick as it really is. The other half is all Spanish, so it's duplicated in there. Also, the DVD that comes with the device, watch it. Watch it 2 or 3 times. I enjoyed learning each feature on this, whether it was the iron audio, the iron discrimination, the all metals features, all that. That's, you know, I enjoyed every part of that video, learning how to do it. Let me show you this real quick before I go. It's how to change the batteries. There's this half turn, or quarter turn, I'm sorry, quarter turn on this. And there's an O-ring on it, so it was a little tight pulling out. You got your 4 double A's. And then you just slide it back up. Once you replace it, slide it back in. Remember your O-rings there, so it's a little snug, you got to push in. Another quarter turn, and you're ready to go. So, hopefully soon I'll be able to get the coil to the soil, but right now I still have quite a bit of snow on the ground and it's pretty cold out. So as soon as this weather breaks, I can't wait to get out there. I can't wait to start showing you what I can find, guys. So let's all hope for the best and let's get out there. Everyone, may your plugs be small and your finds big. I'll catch you later.